看一下现在水贝什么情况？哇，这么多人！
Take a look at what's happening in Shenzhen's Shui. Wow, there's so many people all rushing to grab silver. Look, they don't even have enough to go around. With so many people fighting for the silver, they're even bringing in tow trucks to haul it away. Just take a look. In recent days, the area around Shenzhen's Teli Shui jewelry building, China's largest hub for the gold and jewelry industry, has seen a frenzy over silver bars and silver sheets. One vlogger reported that late at night, people were still fighting for silver sheets. To clarify, in the physical silver investment and trading sector, silver sheets are often referred to as silver bars, silver bricks, silver ingots, or national standard silver sheets. These are raw materials for silver. Silver bars are investment-grade silver bars, which have been processed and are compliant, high-purity silver products. This recent silver rush in China is driven by a surge in the global precious metals market. On December 26, both futures and spot silver prices broke through the $75 mark. Spot silver hit a record of $75.6, marking a 161% increase for the year. Gold prices also soared, with spot gold reaching a record $4,533 per ounce, and futures gold climbed to $4,559 per ounce. Other precious metals saw similar increases, with spot platinum reaching $2,448 per ounce, setting a new historical high. By late night on December 27, silver surged again, rising over 10% in a single day, with prices surpassing $75 per ounce, setting a new historical high. Silver has become one of the strongest commodities of 2025. This price surge is driven by multiple factors, including supply shortages, industrial demand, speculative investments, geopolitical tensions, and expectations of Federal Reserve rate cuts. As of December 28th, spot silver prices remain above $79 per ounce. This has been an epic market movement. In China, the silver market began attracting attention 3 months ago. On September 22nd, a vlogger said that while many people were still buying gold, others had already quietly started stockpiling silver. On October 13th, another vlogger posted a video saying silver raw materials were being snapped up and sold by the ton, with a momentum more commonly seen in steel trading. The silver buying frenzy peaked in late December 2025. One vlogger said people were going completely crazy over silver. Recently, the Chinese internet has been flooded with videos showing people scrambling to buy silver bars and silver raw materials.
Silver bars are in high demand. Everyone's rushing to grab them. The silver bars are being snatched up so quickly. All of them are already sold out. Every day, it's a race to get them. Only the fastest can secure one, and they are only available at night.
One vlogger reported that silver is in short supply, with people scrambling to buy it. Is this a sign of an impeding price surge?
Oh my goodness, what's happening? Today people are going wild, grabbing silver. They're ordering 15 kilos at a time, as if it's free. Silver bars are also being snatched up for 3 or 5 yuan each. Is this the beginning of a price surge?
A video shows that China's main investors, the Aunties, are getting involved, but they still can't get their hands on any silver. On December 27, a seller confirmed that silver prices continued to rise that day.
Silver prices surged again today. Yesterday it was over 18 yuan, and today it was almost 20 yuan. The price went up by more than a yuan online. For a 1,000 gram bar, there's a profit of over 1,000 yuan. For a 15 kilo original bar, the profit is nearly 20,000 yuan. So, what's the situation today? The 15 kilo bars with the market price rising by over $1 are still being fought over. Last year, one of these was priced at 7,000 yuan. By December, it reached 20,000 yuan. If you had put 7,000 yuan in the bank last year, how much would it have earned?
On December 28th, an industry insider stated that there's currently a supply shortage.
兄弟姐妹们，如果你们手里有10、20买的白银。
Brothers and sisters, if you have silver and want to sell it, can you contact me? I'll offer you a good price. I'm telling you, it's impossible to find any supply right now. And if you do find some, the premiums are so high I'm too afraid to place an order for you. The seller said that the silver speculation situation is truly frightening, and he's been working overtime. A young woman born in the 90s shared her experience of selling a house to buy silver.
买了13手白银，保证金60的个。
I bought 13 batches of silver with over 600,000 yuan and sold my only house to buy silver. You're probably thinking I'm crazy. I bought this house in 2021, selling a small 2-bedroom for a 1 million yuan profit and upgraded it to a 3-bedroom. Who would have thought that right after I bought it, prices started dropping? In 5 to 6 years, the 3 million yuan house is now worth only 1 million. After selling it, I'm now renting a smaller place. I believe many people like me want to sell, but the cost is too high, and it's hard to make that decision. It took me a long time to come to terms with it. Instead of wanting to be stuck, I decided to cautiously change the game. Today is the second day after I sold my house to buy silver.
Silver speculation has gone wild, with people treating it like moving bricks on the ground. On December 27, at the Teli building in Shenzhen, Shui, a customer who paid extra for silver bars was upset when the seller could not deliver the goods. The customer became agitated and started shouting, attracting a crowd of onlookers. Do you see this, everyone? The whole Shui Bay is full of people scrambling for silver. It's everywhere. Silver all over the ground. Let me show you, it's crazy. Silver is everywhere, even on the streets. The scene at the silver rush looks like a vegetable market. In response, people have shared their thoughts. When others are greedy, danger is near. A wise person does not stand under a precarious wall. I started stockpiling when it was just over 5 yuan per gram a couple of years ago. Never expected it to rise this fast this year. Amid this investment craze, the rise in silver counterfeit has quickly gained attention.
姐妹们看一下，这个是在京农上买的。
Ladies, take a look. This is an investment silver bar I bought on JD.com for over 10,000 yuan. But today, after testing, I found out it's counterfeit. These 100-gram silver bars only contain 0.18 grams of silver. Scary, right? I never thought JD.com would sell fakes. I only decided to get it tested after I saw online reports about fake silver being sold on JD. When I tested it, I was shocked. Out of 100 grams, only 0.18 grams was silver. I couldn't believe it.
This woman recently spent over 10,000 yuan on a 100-gram silver bar from JD.com, which is supposed to be 999.9 pure silver. After testing, it was found to contain only 0.18 grams of silver. She showed the 100-gram silver bar, its certificate, and the third-party test report. One vlogger commented that under the CCP, society's morals are declining, and counterfeiting has become common. In China, this kind of scam is considered routine, but it's shocking that only 0.18 grams of silver are used in this bar. Another online user said, "Now that silver prices are rising, there are fake silver bars everywhere." A vlogger shared tips on how to initially distinguish real silver bars from fake ones. If you have any silver bars with plastic packaging at home, take them out and listen. The sound is all wrong. The real sound is like this. Do you hear that? These are all fake, fake, fake. Oh my goodness, so many fakes. The recent record-breaking surge in precious metals shows that, as the year ends, funds are rapidly flowing into tangible assets and safe haven markets. Silver has emerged as a leader in the precious metals market this year. A senior market analyst at Owanda, an FX broker, Kelvin Wong, told Reuters that, since early December, speculative and momentum-driven trading has been pouring in, and with liquidity drying up towards the end of the year, precious metals have continued to rise to new heights. One of the main driving factors is a market expectation that monetary policy will soon shift. Currently, traders generally expect the Fed to cut interest rates at least twice in 2026, as the low-rate environment benefits non-yielding assets like gold. Additionally, the U.S. blockade on Venezuela oil and its actions against ISIS in Nigeria have intensified risk-averse sentiment. A commodities analyst at Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, So-Jin Kim, told Reuters that this surge is supported by significant purchases from central banks, strong inflows into gold ETFs, and investor concerns about currency devaluation and rising national debts. Many analysts in China are also discussing the current silver market trend. One analyst stated, "With international silver trading suspended over Christmas, domestic silver prices surged by 5%, causing international silver to open sharply higher after the holiday. This is extremely rare. Does this mean domestic silver now has pricing power? No, it doesn't." The shortage of silver has evolved into a global competition for physical silver. Wherever the futures prices of silver is higher, the spot silver flows there. So, when domestic silver prices exceed international silver prices, it's due to our demand outpacing supply as we compete for physical silver. But the issue isn't just about silver. Platinum, palladium, and copper are also experiencing the same trend. Are they all really in short supply? Clearly, it's not that simple. So, what exactly is happening to cause all of them to skyrocket? We can deduce the cause. When something skyrockets in price, it's either because it has become scarce or because currency has depreciated. How could several different commodities suddenly become scarce at the same time? The only explanation is that the market anticipates the Fed's massive liquidity injections next year, using higher liquidity to sustain market activity. The analyst believes that if there is a massive liquidity boost, silver could potentially double to $150 per ounce next year. But the rise in silver prices will definitely be a bumpy ride. On December 28th, a vlogger summed up in one sentence why everyone is rushing to buy silver.
It
is that regular people have spotted the opportunities for speculation. The uncontrolled buying spree of precious metals by Chinese investors has triggered extreme responses in the investment sector. China's only fund focused on silver, the UBS SDIC Silver Futures Fund, was forced to suspend subscriptions to Class C fund shares starting December 29th after issuing multiple risk warnings that were ignored. These funds are typically favored by short-term traders. Earlier, UBS SDIC had issued warnings about the unsustainability of the silver price increase, but none of these efforts were effective in calming the investor frenzy fueled by social media. This year, global precious metals, gold, platinum, and silver have surged to historical highs. For individual investors in China, limited domestic investment options and suppressed information have led to impulsive and irrational buying behavior. One Chinese vlogger warned that the entire country is scrambling for silver, with even farmers now getting involved. Short positions are also becoming very risky. It's over. Short sellers are in danger. Gold has hit a new high again. This trend is set. Believe it or not, I don't know who decided it, but you need to watch this video to the end. Right now, a silver rush is sweeping across the country, even reaching the rural areas. Farmers, the elderly, everyone is now scrambling for silver, and each person takes pride in owning a silver bar. I said before that silver priced at 30 yuan wasn't worth much, and regular people, including farmers, wouldn't buy it for themselves or their wives. Why? Because it wasn't valuable. Back then, we sold silver bracelets in our shop for just a 50-cent markup, selling as low as 3 or 4 yuan per gram. A 50-gram silver bracelet would only cost around 200 yuan. Wearing it didn't bring much status, and who would wear it? Nobody in the cities, right? I'm not suggesting you buy it now, but at some point, spending thousands on it might give you some status. So, silver was like gold's alternative 50 years ago. What does that mean? Perhaps in 50 years, silver will be as valuable as gold. Of course, that's in the very long term, not something I'm telling you to rush into. I'm just saying that short positions are really risky now. I'm genuinely concerned for the short sellers. With everyone rushing to buy silver, shorting it remains dangerous. Another vlogger warned that many people are buying on loans, so be careful of sellers who might run off.
Silver is making money too fast. Many of you are buying with loans, and if silver prices suddenly drop, honestly, the whole Shui will be in trouble because a lot of people don't even have the physical silver yet. You'll be losing money before the silver even reaches your hands. Who can handle that? So be cautious. We'll do our best to select high-quality, reliable materials because I'm worried about sellers who might fail to deliver, disappear, or even run off.
This industry professional warned that the more the silver market rallies, the more people will end up crying at the end.
I want to remind everyone that silver has both financial and industrial properties, which enhances its scarcity. But the reality is that much of the physical silver is not stored in the industrial sector, but instead is concentrated in the hands of speculators and retail investors. So, is the huge supply-demand gap in silver caused by increased industrial demand, or is it due to speculative actions that have led to a shortage in the industrial sector? That's the real question. Many people believe that silver's rise is due to the explosion in industrial demand from sectors like photovoltaics and renewable energy. Yes, industrial demand is increasing, but the truth is that speculation is growing even faster. Think about it. There's only so much silver in the market. Factories need it, investment institutions need it, and retail investors are buying it too. On the surface, it seems like everyone is scrambling for silver, which naturally drives up prices. But the key difference is that factories buy silver because they need it, while investment institutions and retail investors buy silver to sell it later. The two are fundamentally different. I used to work in precious metals at a bank and saw many clients fail with silver investments. One client left a deep impression on me. In 2011, when silver prices rose from 6 to 10 yuan per gram, he thought it could double again, so he bought over 500,000 yuan worth. 3 months later, the price dropped back to just above 6 yuan. He held on for 2 years and finally sold at 7 yuan per gram, losing nearly 200,000 yuan. He told me something I'll never forget. I thought silver was just like gold, but it dropped more than stocks. Remember this, silver is not gold. When a gold bull market ends, prices fall, but they do so more gradually. Why? Because central banks back gold, and they're buying it as reserves. Institutions buy gold for stable returns, and people buy gold jewelry as a basic need, so there's always someone to take the selling pressure. Silver, on the other hand, has no central bank reserves. Institutions buy silver purely for speculation. While industrial demand is significant, production is ongoing and factories won't suddenly purchase all the silver they need at once. So what happens when silver's bull market ends? A stampede. All the speculators are trying to sell at once, but there won't be anyone to buy.
The expert pointed out that many people don't realize that a large part of silver's scarcity is artificially created by funds that are speculative. This may not be pleasant to hear, but it's the truth of the market. When large amounts of silver are locked up by speculators and not circulating, the industrial sector naturally feels a pressure. But this pressure isn't caused by true supply shortages, it's a manufactured sense of scarcity. Once the frenzy dies down, all that silver will flood the market and prices will crash.
Here's one final piece of advice. Silver is like gold, but it's not gold. It can make you money quickly, but it can also make you lose it just as fast. The worst thing you can do is treat it like gold and hold on to it long term. When the bull market ends, you'll realize no one is there to save you.
One person commented, "You're all speculating on gold and silver, while I'm stockpiling grains and oil. Let's see who wins in the end. It's too late to buy now, but everyone jumps in when prices are high. I wonder how many people will be caught at the peak this time. Only experienced traders understand this. After the madness comes a harsh reality." It's worth noting that some people still believe silver is purely speculative, but this surge is supported by fundamentals. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce officially announced at the end of October that it will continue to suspend the extra quota management for phosphate rock and silver in 2026, instead of implementing an export licensing system. This is an extension of previous policies, and export quotas had already been suspended in recent years. New applicants must produce at least 80 tons of silver annually by 2024, with a reduction to 40 tons for companies in the Western regions. A key point is that China's silver mine output accounts for only about 13% of the global total, which is around 3,300 to 3,500 tons in 2024. It is far less than Mexico's share of about 24%. But China controls around 60 to 70% of the global refined silver supply. So, if China tightens exports, the global silver supply will immediately drop. Some people also said that during the Qing dynasty, compensation was settled in silver, and during wartime, silver was a hard currency. In fact, gold and silver, as safe haven assets, are often significantly impacted during times of war or geopolitical conflict. This is typically reflected in a short-term price increase, but the impact is usually temporary, impulse-like, rather than leading to a sustained bull market. Historical data supports the saying, "When the cannon fires, gold flows." Commentator Shui stated that silver has once again become a tool for the Chinese government to stir up the situation. But like rare earths, this will likely push the global market to abandon the red supply chain for key minerals like silver, no longer relying on China. At the same time, this silver rush in China has a unique character. Behind the national frenzy, could it be related to the Chinese government's so-called preparation for war? Does it hint at the possibility of China facing a military crisis or even war in 2026?